Someone asked yesterday, why you no show close-up of welds? And they did that funny Italian face, whatever. So I figured today we could just go ahead and throw that in. And then also the reason why I'm making this video is that, so when you look up close, you can see that there's cracking because of excessive heat, and at the end of each one it kind of does a little pit. This is the back side. This is what the front side looks like. And the one that was really ugly that I didn't want to show, that I wanted to weld over, was just really porous. You can see little traces of it, remnants. So anyway, this is what the welds look like. And I started on this side, and I did the, let's see, which side did I start on? I want to say that I started here, but anyway, this is what they look like up close. I have a project I was working on with my bike. I did this in steel. I did the mount for the Trail Tech thing in some steel I had sitting around. And so there's the bracket underneath of there for the headlight ballast. And I like it. It turned out fine. And the key switch for it turned out okay, but this was a galvanized piece. The paint doesn't stick to it very well. So I thought, well, let's get out this diamond plate. I have a 6x10 sheet of it. I've cut into smaller pieces. It's actually the back side. The pretty side's got the stuff on it. It's really, really glossy. So that's the new key thing, you know, put the key ignition in. So we'll do that. This weighs a lot less than the steel does. But I thought, well, let's go ahead and make up that bracket since I still had the templates for it. I decided to make it up and weld it and see if it would blow through or not. It didn't even come close to blowing through. It did an excellent job. I decided to just kind of do a couple stitches on it because I didn't want it to warp either. But it welded on really strong, really quick, really easy. And so I'm really happy. Lots of really things are really happening here. That's what I want to say. But anyway, that turned out really strong. I was really happy with the way that the aluminum held up to the welder. As far as my heat settings and stuff, I just did it to 60 and I just set it at 5.5 like the thing said, for a much thicker aluminum. But I'm going to start just making all kinds of junk out of this. You know, all kinds of little boxes and frills and mud flap chicks and you name it. I don't know if I'll make the mud flap chicks. I just thought I'd throw that in there. But maybe like a fat mud flap chick, or, you know, just some funny stuff. I just, you know, but I would be cutting it out with the plasma cutter. I'm starting to get a little bit more stable hand. You can see that's a little bit wobbly. My lines aren't real straight, especially across the top of this. But and this stuff cools fast. I mean, it doesn't take very long. But anyway, I'm really excited, really happy about it. Just thought I'd share my success with you. I had some cutout scraps. I decided just to weld them together any old way I could to practice welding where things are thin, and to do some welds like a box. I don't know what you call those, just jointing it where it's at 90 degrees. But anyway, it turned out awesome. It just, no matter what you do, it just works. As long as you have that stick out and that angle, it'll just rock and roll. This is really thin material, this diamond plate here. At the thickest point it's like 16, and the rest of it, actually I don't remember what's what. And it's really hot today and I'm out of it, so let's just gauge it real quick. So now it's 16 where it's thin. See right there, and then at the points where it's thick, it's like 14, no, let's say 13. So between 12 and 16 gauge, but most of it's 16. And I did blow it out really bad when I was welding this on there, because this was actually curved up. I tried to just go straight and it just blew it all apart. So you can see where the weld's really thick here. I was able to just fill in the holes, just wait a little, and just fill in the material. Even though it had blown in, it filled in really nice. So anyway, I'm just really excited because I bought all this diamond plate, and it's nice that I'll be able to build stuff with it and have good results.